At 2:32 p.m. on May 6, 2010, Wall Street simply disappeared. On trading floors across New York, thousands of screens flickered with chaos, entire fortunes rising and vanishing in the space of heartbeats. Traders stared in disbelief as blue-chip stocks, household names like Procter & Gamble, GE, and Apple, collapsed to pennies, while obscure companies shot to hundreds of thousands of dollars a share. The market was melting in real time, and no one knew why. In those 17 minutes, nearly $1 trillion of wealth evaporated, only to reappear just as suddenly, leaving behind nothing but panic, suspicion, and the unanswered question, what had just happened? The story begins far from Wall Street, in the endless rows of humming servers deep inside the data centers of New Jersey. Here, algorithms, silent, tireless, merciless, traded against one another at lightning speeds, millions of orders placed and cancelled in milliseconds. This was the hidden battlefield of high-frequency trading, where human instinct no longer mattered. By 2010, machines had taken over the market, operating so fast that a single second contained more trades than an entire day had once seen. It was here, in this shadow world, that a single keystroke would set off a chain reaction unlike anything the market had ever seen. At 2:32 p.m., a massive sell order hit the system, 75,000 futures contracts, designed to hedge risk but executed without limits. The algorithms saw opportunity. They tore into the order, buying, selling, flipping shares back and forth in a frenzy. Each microsecond, the machines amplified one another's movements, like dominoes falling in every direction at once. What was meant to stabilize instead triggered a perfect storm. Stocks began to freefall. Procter & Gamble, one of the most stable companies in America, plunged from $60 to $39 in less than a minute. Apple fell 20%. Some companies saw their shares priced at a single cent. Others shot to $100,000. The unraveling. On the ground, traders shouted into phones, voices cracking with disbelief. Was this a cyber attack? A terrorist strike? Had someone hacked the system? The timing was suspicious. Europe was already on edge, drowning in debt crises, fear spilling into markets. Rumors spread like wildfire. And for ordinary people watching their retirement accounts at home, there was only horror as their life savings appeared to vanish before their eyes. Panic was no longer confined to the trading floor, it had leapt into living rooms across America. At 2:47 p.m., just as suddenly as it began, the chaos stopped. Prices snapped back into place, fortunes reappeared, and the market returned to normal as though nothing had happened. But the damage was done. Confidence in the system, in the invisible architecture of global finance, had been shaken in a way that would never fully heal. Regulators scrambled, investors demanded answers, and conspiracy theories flourished. Some blamed a rogue algorithm. Others pointed to market manipulation. Still others believed it was a rehearsal, a warning of what could happen if an adversary truly wanted to cripple the financial system. The truth was even stranger. In the months that followed, investigators traced the origins of the event not to a Wall Street giant or a foreign government, but to a single man in a modest home outside London. Navinder Singh Sarao, a quiet, socially awkward trader, had used his computer to manipulate the market through a technique called spoofing, placing massive fake orders to trick algorithms into reacting. For years, he had flown under the radar, quietly skimming millions from the chaos of the world's largest financial market. And on that strange Thursday afternoon, his spoofing collided with a poorly timed sell order and a hyperreactive ecosystem of algorithms. The result, 17 minutes that nearly brought down the global financial system. To this day, no one fully understands why the market snapped back. Some believe the machines found equilibrium. Others argue unseen human hands intervened to save the system from collapse. What is certain is that those 17 minutes exposed a terrifying truth: the stock market, the heartbeat of the global economy, is no longer human. It belongs to the machines. And sometimes, the machines lose control.